Welcome. This is Mushene, yes, sports. Today we are outside somewhere in Nairobi, and most of you are wondering why are you holding a helmet? Definitely there is something for you. Those who love helmets, those who love racing, those who love motorsport, I have something for you in a bit. I have a very good friend of mine who has started something that you can participate in as you think about entering into motorsport or the serious senior level kind of motorsport. That's in a bit. Welcome, my name is Tony Kwalanda. This show is coming to you courtesy of Roll and Tech Productions. Now, let's just get on things quickly. You know, of course, my handle at Kwalanda. You can always find me on Twitter at Kwalanda Tony on Instagram and at Roll and Tech Productions across all those social media platforms. Let me start this, yeah? This story is very important to you and I. The Victor Wanyama story. Now, let me just start by saying this, yeah? Please respect our heroes. Please respect our stars. Please respect our ambassadors. This is a message to our socialites, yes? You cannot just go out there on your whatever page or Instagram or Facebook and start talking about, oh, I did this, I betted this and this and this. When you guys were doing that, even if it was true or not, yeah, you're not supposed to come and tell us. So this socialite who's coming out here trying to drag the name of legend in mad, tafadhali wacha hiyo tabia. And for that matter, first, we have the latest about this story. Wanyama will definitely has talked to his management team, and they are looking at possible ways of having legal action against those culprits. You know, Christian Dela, or that called anaitwa Mandela. I think Arthur Mandela, and the lady, the socialite, the 19-year-old. They will definitely have their day in court, and you can imagine. Sasa wewe msichana, 19 years old, lazima ukuwe na lawyer. Do you know how much expensive to hire a lawyer is? And this case can drag on for so many years. Sasa wana shida umejiingiza hapo ndani. So tafadhali wachana na Victor Wanyama. Right now Wanyama is doing duty for the country in the of course in the MLS in Canada. Na wewe unakuja unamsumbua hapa hivi. So we'll of course be giving you more updates as they come to us. However, for so far we know that this particular lady will definitely have a very rough time in trying to convince the court as to why he's trying to defame someone of this importance. So sai ako najua sai wamanza, I've seen on social media that the lady is trying to say, oh, you done what? He was under the influence. You will know when you're in prison. Yes, that's of course what's up with Victor Wanyama. So tafadhali, let's respect our ambassadors who are doing great duty for us. Now imagine they're all over social media, internationally and locally. Na jamaa anacheza ball. And that team in Canada is trying to have their way and to qualify for Champions League. Na wewe hapa msichana uko tu hapa unafikiri utaongea tu parapara hivi hapa, unakuja unaharibia tu majina yao. Now, still of course in these things about ladies, let me tell you something about Mike Tyson. In the late 80s, Mike Tyson, one time, of course, he was married to Robin Givens. There's a beautiful lady back in the day. Now, Mike Tyson apparently had gone out the previous night and had forgotten to hide away his rubber. Now, in the morning when he was taking his wife to buy burger or to buy nyama, asubuhi, unajua asubuhi of course unaenda kunywa supu. So as we're going to buy those burgers, Mike Tyson told the lady, of course, get in the pocket na utoe do. Toa hiyo ngiri moja kwa pocket yangu. Now imagine Mike Tyson had forgotten to dispose of the rubber that he used the previous night. So the lady, the wife gets in the pocket, anatoa hivi, baada ya kutoa noti za ngiri kadhaa, anatoa nini? Ma-CD. Now imagine, now that was a problem in the 80s. Ili leta shida sana with the wife. I'm being told the wife left that particular burger place, akaendesha gari akaingia kwa gari ya Mike Tyson, and hit cars in the parking out of rage. Now, police were alerted to the situation, and when they came out of that particular, I understand Mike Tyson bribed the police huko with a brand new Bentley so that they can keep that thing quiet. However, ililipuka. Of course, these are revelations that were made by Mike Tyson, who recently just talked to a podcast. There's of course a journalist who was trying to, to get his life back in shape and of ask what happened to him back in the day. So Mike Tyson will be taking on Roy Jones Jr. on the 28th of November, of course, in an exhibition match. Na mkumbuke kwamba Mike Tyson, when he was in prison, that was of course in 1992, I understand he impregnated a prison warden. Yani uko kwa prison na uko na luxury ya kuanya. But anyway, that of course was when he was in prison. And Tupac Shakur, I remember, used to be a very good friend of Mike Tyson, and used to visit him in prison. And also, I understand Mike Tyson also revealed that in the 1996, in September, of course, hours when Tupac Shakur was killed, he had just come out of witnessing Tyson winning a very important heavyweight bout. Ilikuwa against Sheldon, if I cannot forget that. Yeah. Now, let me get into this now. Tumwambia Mushene. Now, let me just bring into our main interview of this particular week. Now, most of you want to learn, most of you want to get into motorsport, but you don't have easy access to the different facilities, either a track, either a circuit, or either a place, or even getting that particular car that you can, get into it and have the feel of driving. However, there is one guy who has come up with he's very ingenious about this idea here at Two Rivers Mall where we are, where you can come, walk in, get a helmet, get yourself suited up, and of course get yourself into a karting, like a small car, and race. You don't have to have any professional skill. They will just give you a rough tutorial na ujue. So we have Neel, of course, who has joined us. He has given us that, of course, the opportunity to come here and film this particular place at the premises here at MADMAX Karting at Two Rivers. Karibu sana, Neel. It's a pleasure to have you over here. Neel, so far, so good. I've seen you've been having a lot of traffic. Watu wanakuja hapa hivi sana. Tell us why. Why MADMAX? Why in Two Rivers?
So basically, before MADMAX, I started racing 2 years ago, professionally. Then from there we saw that people don't know what racing is in Kenya, in Nairobi. And no one has that accessibility. Most of the other tracks are too far out. You need to plan yourself from morning to all the way to afternoon that, you're just stuck at the track. So we just wanted to make it more accessible to people, more user-friendly, we say. So the reason why we picked Two Rivers, it's in the mall. You can go do your shopping. Your kids are disturbing, bring them to the track, then you can continue. It's not you're busy here, stuck here. So yeah, that's why.
That's basically, and of course, it's for all ages.
Yeah,
from the old to the young.
We have a minimum height requirement at the moment, which is 121.9 centimeters from shoulder. But what we normally do, we have trained marshals who can carry the kids on the track safely. We were trying to get younger kid karts so that even the youngest can drive themselves.
So far, how is business? How is business catching up? Of course, I know COVID has really slowed down things earlier, but of course, now looking at how things are, I'm sure
Okay, for us right now, the biggest traffic points are the weekends, Saturday, Sunday. Weekdays, we are struggling for people to come over because number one, I know social gatherings are not allowed, meaning corporate teams cannot come for team buildings. Schools are closed, so schools are not, we can't really approach schools. So over the weekdays, we're a bit struggling here. But during the weekends, it's a lot better. We get a lot more traffic. Yeah.
So this is a family event. I was here last time. I even met some of the top drivers in the motorsport who came over here. Of course, someone who is at home watching this, this is a family event for them. They can come here. You have space for them. You have, of course, observed COVID regulations. And also there's a bar. And there's a lot of things for everybody.
Yeah.
You give the details. They need to hear it from me.
So first of all, for the COVID safety measures, all helmets are sanitized after each session.
All right.
All suits are sanitized with a sanitary gun.
Yes.
All the carts are sanitized after each session.
Yes.
So that we have tried, and then we have sanitizer booths around, and we also have temperature checks at the gate, and so we're trying to also, do our part.
And of course, you have this initiative. Of course, has given a lot of employment to different people. I'm seeing a lot of people. What is happening? You have, of course, given a lot of people opportunity to work.
Okay, so like the employment, there's some people who have done this before.
Yes.
Like my manager Sammy, he used to work at GP Karting.
Yes.
There's some who have raced with me, like my other manager, Duncan Were. He was my mechanic for my racing time. So it's different people from different sides of, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's...
And of course, I've seen you on social media. You have what name are you using on social media? How can
So,
people, of course, access
for
this? Find it?
MADMAX, it's just at MADMAX Karting, MADMAX on, is it at MADMAX?
Yes, MADMAX Karting. I've seen MADMAX MADMAX Karting KARTING. Yes,
Yeah,
of course,
at
I've seen
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, it's all the same.
that, of course. Why did you? Let me just ask from why did you decide to have a karting here? Did you see something that was missing in this area?
Yeah, because if you go to like Hub, you go to Langata was already existing for the sides of Karen and all that, and there's nothing on these sides racing related. So that's why we wanted to bring it to Two Rivers, and I think it's worked out well, you know. Yeah.
And Two Rivers, of course, has given Two Rivers. Of course, I'm sure you have to give them credit. They've given you some land. They've been very helpful towards you.
They've supported us the whole way. We had a few hiccups with this COVID timings and this, so the project was supposed to be 3 months construction, but it got delayed to 8 months.
Yes. So that must definitely, you guys have gone to that. The people who have supported you in this, who are these people? Who have given you motivation despite the difficult times? Who has pushed you?
Okay, it was just self-motivation and my dad. So we were just pushing through. You know what? We saw, okay, COVID, the COVID happened, and we just still pushed through construction. We said we need to get this up and running. You know, it's just racing just came by the way.
Yeah.
I have a degree in IT.
Yes.
So it's just my dad pushed me to racing, and from that now it started this whole business aspect and everything.
Very, very true indeed. Let me just ask this: what next after this? What do you want to achieve? Do you want?
So basically,
Kenya is a good model. You see, we have the World Rally Championship. Will be in the car. Was supposed to be this year, but has been pushed to next year. So this, of course, comes a very good time for you.
You see, there's also the professional side to karting that no one actually knows exists. We have the professional karts which range from different ages. So we have like the Bambino kart, which is from 5 to 8.
Yes.
Then there's a 8 to 13, which is the cadet kart, which my younger brother is in. Yes. Then there's the junior category, which is 13 to 17, which is a 100cc two-stroke engine. Then there's the senior category for, you know, Hazel like us, 125 two-stroke engine. And those races happen, and those races are, if you see those drivers at the track with their own karts, it's maniacs, you know?
Yeah, very true.
So with the race, so this is just to bring people in, get them started, you know?
Give them a feel of it.
Racing is an expensive sport.
It
is, yeah. But at the end of the day,
they can come and talk to Neel and have something to enjoy.
There's a way you can always, you know, because you don't need to go into the professional side. We'll be doing also commercial races here with our karts. So like I want to do a 24-hour Le Mans where you bring a team of 5 and we race for 24 hours on the track. I want to do maybe even a 12-hour, you know, to start with. Then also normal races. So you can come, you register, you come, do the commercial race. So we give you like 3 laps practice, 3 laps qualifying. Then you have qualifying? Then your first heat.
Yeah, then at least.
Second heat. And then in the last heat now, guys, only the top 10 drivers who won the other 2 heats get put in the last heat.
Very true. And of course, you said Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, you're open. You're always open.
So Mondays we open at 2 p.m. to 9. For now, we're still working out the timings because of the change.
Yeah, the change.
So I think we'll be doing a post on that. 4 times we'll be opening, but we do open every day.
Every day. They can always come and find someone here to advise them. Of course. And of course, the likes of Sebastian Vettel, I'm sure you're motorsport, Sebastian Vettel, Marcos Alonso, the likes of Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton have done this.
Yeah. I think about 90% of Formula 1 drivers started from karting.
Very true.
There's very few that went from rally or autocross who didn't have karting in their country.
Very true. Indeed. Neel, of course, I should call him the director here for MADMAX Karting here at Two Rivers. You can walk in, whether you are a father, a guka, a kid, anyone is allowed to come here at MADMAX Karting. Inquire. You can actually get into those karting, and then you can be shown a lot of things. You'll be given a helmet, a suit, and of course, at a very small fee. Neel, of course, and the management can discuss with you and give you That's something that, of course, you can enjoy. This, of course, you cannot find it anywhere else, only here on Mushene, of course, Yes Sports with Tony Kwalanda. Now, just before we go, we have introduced a new segment known as Bet Corner. Bet Corner, of course, gives you a chance. I know most of you are looking at this weekend, what will be happening, the biggest matches. Now, of course, you know Tony Kwalanda is a reputable name in terms of betting. Now, we will be offering you ways of how you can ensure that you reap out of your bets. Now, this weekend, let me tell you some of the big games. We have Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Now, that game, of course, give it a GG. Chelsea looking at how they play. They're free open. Crystal Palace looking how they beat Man U last time out. So definitely there'll be goals. I know Neel is Neel. Which team do you support in the English Premier League?
I'm more of a Racing fan. I don't really.
He looks like an Arsenal fan.
I used to support Arsenal.
Yes, that's definitely. Then of course there's Leeds versus Manchester City. That's a game. Give it an over 0.25. Of course you can see them on your screen. The tips that of course I've offered you. Arsenal versus Sheffield. That's an over game. Or GG. Man U versus Spurs. A game of course can be low scoring, but there'll be goals in it for both ways. Aston Villa versus Liverpool. A game that will definitely have goals because Liverpool are just scoring goals the way they want. Now, if you go to other leagues, like of course Bayern will be in action, playing against Hertha Berlin, a game that of course is a derby. Now, Barcelona will be playing Sevilla, will be having goals. As you can see, those are the Bet Corner predictions of how the games will be. Juventus is also in action. Now, I've given you those choices. Choose wisely. So we'll be doing this every time. We'll be sharing our predictions. You never know, by the way, these predictions will just land you some nice money, of course. Thank you very much, Neel. Thank you for allowing me to come over here. We will definitely come here at night. You said you can come here at night and see how things are.
So, yeah, we do. We want to try operate as late as possible. Plus, we do have a bar that has opened up now.
Very true. There's a bar open, so you don't need to go and carry your drinks. There is everything sorted out for here. There are nice stewards. There are nice hostesses. There is nice management. You will enjoy every time you are here at MADMAX Karting at Two Rivers Mall. My name, of course, is Tony Kwalanda. This is Mushene Sports. Of course, this comes to you courtesy of Roll and Tech Productions. Bye for now.